Welcome back. It's time to pick your avatar's starting physique. Each physique has pros and cons that impact the ratings of the player classes. Each class has a recommended physique, and you can change this at... All right! Now that you've selected your starting physique, let's add the finishing touches to your avatar. Your avatar's height and weight are determined by the physique you have equipped and can be modified by customizing your appearance. We can't wait to see you on the field, in face of the franchise and the yard. Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner.
today. From the Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Now we get a look at Aaron Rodgers as he gets set to lead this Green Bay Packer offense. Rodgers now in his 17th season in the league, and of course, coming off the MVP trophy. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now it's 2nd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. To throw is Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure at him, make him deliver the ball on time. It's when he keeps the ball, maneuvers out of the pocket, and throws deep, that's when you're in big trouble.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Looks good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick 6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick 6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And his defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in there.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Hill on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And how about for Alvin Kamara? Another great year that he's coming off of as an all-around player, but especially as a pass catcher. 81 receptions each of his first 3 NFL seasons. Last year added 2 more to finish with 83, the most by any running back in the NFL. An awfully dangerous man in the open field.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Hill. In the hands of Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Hill looking to throw on 1st. It's complete to Brown, right side. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. 2nd and 9 from the 44. And again, it's Hill. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers now on 1st down. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The give is to Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good spot to throw, and indeed they'll come out with 4 wide receivers here on 2nd and inches. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, Jones. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Demario Davis, Saints leading tackler last year, in on the stop that time. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tonyan. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Packers have cut it back within a score.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense.
And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Coming left is Kamara. Looking for Craze, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On 3rd down, here's Kamara.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Toss play, Kamara. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. So all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. On first down, Hill. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Hill now operating from the red zone. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Well, touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara from 17 yards out. And the Saints have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan In there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tonyan.
Pass, catch, first down for Tonyan. Undrafted at Indiana State, but he really came on in 2020. 52 catches, and even more importantly, 11 touchdowns.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Well, CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their 1st-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Should their woes on offense continue, that's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They go play fake, and it's Hill.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Hill.
Back to Kamara for another catch. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he's got his target, Harris. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. On 2nd and goal, Hill out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Alonso look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Saints. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. We'll check on his. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. And behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers.
He dumps this off to Dillon underneath.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard.
And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away. These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. To the air again. Hill. Washington's got it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 1st down, it's Hill. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing on second and long. Hill, that's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. To throw is Hill. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for New Orleans, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will
today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 22 carries, 119 yards, and the score.
Well, they set a nice tone in Week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the air now with Newton. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Back to throw, Newton. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well at 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Burrow on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Burrow. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. We're scoreless after 1. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And some room to maneuver. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Demario Davis there on the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. This is McCaffrey on the give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Throwing is Newton. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage, as he's going to be taken down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they're on the
but still trailing. It's 7-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future All-Pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Fielded at the 20. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Newton. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton.
He's got Anderson on the slant. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Burrow will throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And a potential turning point as they get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. 7 now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. In in the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Flush to it, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Yetur Gross-Matos able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. Burrow going for it on 4th.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the 1st down.
The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here we go with Kamara, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line, and the Panthers will get the football back. And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Newton now to throw. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Newton on 1st down. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
first down throw for Newton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Peyton Turner in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. I think this is a free play for Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
On second down, here's Newton. Eluding and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. He'll get this complete to Erickson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Darnold. And Thomas has it. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Chuba Hubbard. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. On the return, Deontay Harris. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the rookie J.C. Horn. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Newton to throw. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you can hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
Feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And they will take a knee here.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Panthers, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they
the day. From the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, it's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flushed out right. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 22-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's got the first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 87. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Time to see what this Tampa Bay Bucs offense has in store. They're led by the now 7-time Super Bowl champion, the MVP of Super Bowl 55. Charles, it's Tom Brady. Throwing to start the drive. Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The numbers for Evans a week ago. 7 catches, 58 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
So, Charles, this defense going to have its hands full all game long, you'd have to figure, facing the man second in the NFL in passing yards. What's the course of action here defensively?
Well, we all know that every down seems to have equal importance. But for this game, they're putting it all on 3rd down. Make sure they stop them there, get off the field, and that way they can turn the ball over to their offense and feel good about how this game's progressing.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Brady now to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack.
While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Succop's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now it's Burrow.
He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They will throw on first down with Burrow.
And he'll find Chase on the right side complete.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Here's Chase now on the jet sweep.
A give to Kamara running right. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Kamara there with a first down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Burrow looking to pass. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Brady now on first down. On the right side, this is Miller. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A gain of 6 there on first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Here's Brady to throw. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Succop will put this one right through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit. No surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Another nice move. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Kamara trying again. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Brady. That is incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete there to Pyramid.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
2nd down and 3.
Again, it's Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Miller. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 18.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady.
And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Leonard Fournette
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Here's Harris to return it.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Burrow. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Here's Burrow. He's got room to run past the 20. And that's complete to Brown.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
To throw, Burrow. That's complete to Chase.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
7 yards the pick up there. 3 yards remain for second down. Burrow. It's complete. Kamara.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Throwing, Burrow.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here we go with Burrow. And this is caught. It's Brown. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Fournette once more on second down.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes...
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Operating from the gun. Brady under pressure, and they got to him again. David Onyemata able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Bradley Pinion now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
And this returnable for Harris.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Oh, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2nd down, back to Fournette. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Here's a give to Fournette. Down right around the 25. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Bucs,